Today's video is sponsored by our good friends at Famous Faces and Funnies, located in Melbourne, Florida. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter on the link below, as well as Docking Bay 94, located in Boca Raton, Florida. Check us out on comicsandgames.com. And Ian's Display Accessory, the best figure stands for your iconic Kenner Star Wars and Hasbro GIJoe figures, as well as modern figures, shipping nationwide, and EGS Expert Grading Services, the Gen X preferred place to get your comics graded and encased. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Codename New to Vero 2. Hi, I'm your presenter, Shabu Are You. Today we're going to look at the Hasbro GIJoe Classifieds 2021 Zartan. And I know other people have already shown this, but unlike other people, I like to actually incorporate some elements of the comics into my review. And so that's what makes this actually special. It's the first Dreadnoks representation in the classified line. Now, 9 out of 10 channels that I've already seen reviewing this figure weren't even born in 1984, so they don't remember the big hype that Hasbro had in unveiling Zartan himself. It was a whole, you were expecting something huge. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have never liked mercenaries of any kind. I wasn't one of the ones that have Zartan as my top favorite character. Now, I'm not going to dive in too much of the Marvel run because our good friends HCC 788 and Timmer from Half the Battle, as well as Forum BX257, have covered Zartan in depth in the Marvel run. But his first appearance is issue number 25, and he's one of the few characters that has an issue like this, Zartan, and an episode from the Sunbow series with his name attached to it. I don't think Snake Eyes even had a Sunbow episode devoted to him like Zartan did. Now, one can admit that everything about this character is dialed up just a notch. Now, right off the bat, his file card had to be altered because of how it portrayed mental health issues. And again, see HCC 788 and Forum BX257 for the complete history on that. Now, like others, he too was sucked into the story of Snake Eyes, so much so, real fans are wondering if Zartan will appear in the upcoming Snake Eye Origins movie. Now, when you go down that rabbit hole of who killed the Hardmaster and who was hired to kill Snake Eyes, it goes to the next level with Zartan's involvement with Firefly, and it's going to come back when I looked at issue number 250. Now, lately, Zartan has been on the GIJoe side. Now, when I'm doing these modern IDW runs, he was part of the involvement of springing Snake Eyes, or who he believed was the original Snake Eyes, from Cobra, teaming up with the Joes. He's also teamed up with Destro and the Baroness, because they're kind of their own separate entity now. And he's been going up against Cobra mostly. So it's kind of cool seeing, once you know his entire backstory, how he's kind of redeemed himself, and he's a character now that I actually like, because it shows that he's persevered and has ethics and morals, and they don't supersede the almighty dollar, which the old Zartan would not have done. Now, like I mentioned in 250, he plays a crucial role in the whole Don Marino absorbing Snake Eyes' psyche and going on this murder rampage of avenging all of this stuff. And Firefly is who, because you got to remember the issue 126 in the Marvel run, and how, jump to that to issue number 250, Snake Eyes' memory is like, all right, he's going after Firefly and the Red Ninjas and just killing them all. And the Joe team contacted Zartan, hey, we need your help to bring Snake Eyes back from his murderous rampage and kind of let go of Dawn. So he actually changed into the Soft Master to kind of confront Firefly with his demon. Hey, look what you did, I'm back from the dead. So anyway, let's look at this actual figure. Now, you guys know me more for doing the comics more so than reviewing action figures. I kind of leave that to the other people. But, a lot of people want to know the comic lore associated with these figures because a lot of people are jumping on the G.I. Joe bandwagon with all of this activity, which is great. But also, it also welcomes people that just want to get YouTube views. But I'm going to say this. The artwork here is probably a C. And his teeth, it looks like a chameleon. Like it looks like he filed his teeth to points. I thought that was kind of weird and creepy, but whatever. That's this artist's interpretation of Zartan, and it's number 23. So Michael Jordan's number right there in the Classified series. And I really like the Dreadnought's logo that they are utilizing for this, and this is the first time, again, obviously because it's Zartan, that they're unveiling this Dreadnought's logo, and it looks pretty cool. And I know they're selling shirts with this new logo, so I'm sure that's going to be a hit as well. But overall, I like that. So now that we have, like I always do, I try to show everybody the accessories, and again, less is more. I think that with the last few classifieds, they've kind of toned it back with the releases, and they're, you had his Bowie knife and his pistol, which is a good replication, modernization of his iconic pistol in his 84 figure and his book bag as well. And he has a monkey claw and I think it is a cobra head. So again, part of that charm of that, even though he's in the Everglades and not in Louisiana. And again, I recommend using in the display accessory stands for all your classified Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series. Ian is the place to go. And I decided real quick to open up the 84 book bag and his 2021 upgraded to, again, it's a great modern carbon copy almost of duplicating that iconic book bag. And where it had a hinge on it, this one just pops out, so it pegs back in the cover of it. You see there, I'm putting that back on there, so that's cool. But again, the last few Black Series have been really good, and I'm looking at my shelf with all the other ones. They've done a really good job of giving the correct accessories, and there's aftermarket people that are making weapons that are more reminiscent to their vintage era ones. And here we have, along with his predecessor, the version 1. I do have the version 2, but I didn't want to bring it out for this. The one thing I'm not too keen on is they didn't incorporate his bow, because we all know that it was his shot that killed Serpentor and ended the Cobra Civil War. So either you could take the Arctic Storm Shadow and use that bow and put that on Zartan, or get an aftermarket one. But I think he really needs that. And I kind of like this little special detail. You could add the monkey paw and the cobra, or the rattlehead on his backpack. Like, he's walking around. Well, that's going to wrap up my look at this action figure. And again, I got to give credit to where credit's due. I think Hasbro did an excellent job making a modern version of this iconic, popular character. And from the feedback from the G.I. Joe fan base, it seems like it's a big hit. So, again, I'm happy to see this. Anyway, this is GIJoe FB Group, signing off.